Chicago Cubs. News today.
The bomb just dropped, and it could change everything for our team. A division rival is putting a quality arm on the market, and guess what? We need him. But there's one massive problem. They probably won't trade with us. Stay with me, because I'm about to explain why this deal makes total sense, and why it probably won't happen. So, let me get this straight. The Cubs are 4-6 in their last 10 games. We just lost a series to the White Sox. The White Sox. People. And the piece we need is in whose hands? Oh, right. St. Louis. Chicago Cubs. Chicago White Sox. We're going to Glenarava to Perry's Port and Priss. Bob Nightingale. Bob Nightingale dropped the bombshell. Even though the Cardinals are sitting at 27-19, they could still sell pieces at the trade deadline. And the hottest name? Dustin May, a 28-year-old right-hander who wouldn't cost the entire farm system. The problem is simple. St. Louis rarely trades with division rivals, especially Chicago. The Cubs opened the season at 29-18, but injuries on both sides of the ball are starting to take their toll. The rotation is bleeding, and names like Riley O'Brien and JoJo Romero are also showing up in rumors. But May would be the perfect fit. Experienced, not a top-tier superstar, and affordable without sacrificing Cole Smith or Matt Shaw. Look, I'm sitting here in front of my WAR spreadsheet at 2 in the morning. My wife has already given up on me, and the conclusion is obvious. May fixes part of the problem. He's not Corbin Burns, but he's far from a liability too. The guy has a solid ERA, experience under pressure, and he won't blow up our prospect system. He'd be a smart, pragmatic addition, and that's exactly why I know it won't happen. Because in baseball, logic and historic rivalry never mix. And when you're a Cubs fan, the universe always finds a way to make things complicated. Have you stopped to think about the irony here? The solution is literally rig HTWN I-55. We need pitching, they have pitching to spare. They need to rebuild for 2027, we need to win NOW. It's a deal that benefits both sides. But no, because Cardinals and Cubs don't do business. Because pride matters more than trophies, right? Somebody explain that logic to me. The reality is brutal. The Cubs are in a real competitive window for the first time since 2017. Dansby Swanson recently hit his 7th two-run homer. The defense is elite when healthy, and the lineup has depth. But the rotation, that's where the house of cards could collapse. Injuries have created a hole that Kyle Hendricks alone can't patch. Dustin May would slide in as a reliable 4th or 5th starter, somebody who gives you 5 or 6 solid innings and keeps the bullpen fresh. He's not flashy, but he's functional. And functional wins divisions. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, even at 27-19, are looking toward the future. They know this core is nearing the end of its cycle. Moving May for mid-level prospects would make strategic sense. But there's one gigantic problem. Never in modern history have the Cardinals sent a meaningful arm to the Cubs at the deadline. The last significant trade between the two sides was back in 2017, and even then it was for minor pieces. The St. Louis front office would rather lose value than strengthen Chicago. It's cultural, it's tribal, and it's dumb. I'm going to be brutally honest with you, bleacher bums. Pride doesn't win championships. Rivalries are beautiful, I get it, I live it. But in modern baseball, you have to be pragmatic. If the best deal is inside your division, you make the deal. Simple as that. Los Angeles Dodgers traded with the San Francisco Giants. New York Yankees traded with the Boston Red Sox. Why? Because they understand the goal is the ring, not protecting egos. If you love the Cubs, smash that like button and help us reach 4,000 subscribers by joining the channel right now. I'm tired of watching this team waste competitive windows because of sentimentality. We've got Nico Horner in his prime, We've got Swanson producing. Seiya Suzuki is finally delivering. And we're going to waste all of that because Jed Hoyer doesn't want to call John Mozeliak. That's strategic cowardice. May isn't the full solution, I know that. But he's a step. And right now, with injuries piling up, every single step matters. Do you think I'm exaggerating? Then answer me this. How many competitive windows have we wasted since 2016? How many times did we sit still at the trade deadline while the Milwaukee Brewers, the Cardinals, even the Cincinnati Reds made moves? We celebrate a World Series from 8 years ago like it happened yesterday, but we forget the clock is ticking. Dansby won't be 29 forever. Horner won't last forever. This window closes, people. And when it closes, we're going to look back and remember that the piece we needed was available, affordable, only 300 miles away, and we did nothing. Because pride. Because rivalry. Because tradition. And I ask you, how many championships has tradition won us since 2016? Exactly. The truth is, this trade probably doesn't happen. St. Louis will either keep Dustin May or send him literally anywhere except Chicago. And the Cubs will keep searching for more expensive solutions in worse markets. Because in the end, baseball is still driven by ego just as much as logic. And meanwhile, Wrigley Field waits. The fans wait. And Jake Reynolds. He keeps losing hair staring at spreadsheets that show the obvious truth. The answer was right there the whole time. We just didn't want to pick up the phone